Morning. So my name is Phil Lewis. I'm the Senior Vice President for Solution Consulting at Infor, and I'm responsible for our international region. Well, it's different for us this year because we're actually here at GITEX as a partner of AWS. We've been partnering with AWS since 2014, so it's almost a 10-year-old relationship. So this year at GITEX, we're majoring a lot more on our technology. Infor is an industry-specific applications company, but underpinning all of our applications is a technology framework offering tools such as big data management, artificial intelligence, process intelligence, machine learning, all of the things that people are really keen to use in today's world. And we build all of those into a platform that we call Infor OS. And many of those capabilities are actually AWS web services. So we rely heavily on AWS to bring those capabilities to our customers. And I guess the big difference is really that we kind of almost consumerize the technology. So we do the hard work on behalf of our customers in terms of the plumbing, the integration, making sure that that technology is relevant, making sure that that technology actually works with the applications that they've already got, and essentially delivering it to them where it's just ready to use. So it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of money, but the benefit to our customers is that if they want to use AI, if they want to use machine learning, if they want to use big data, they know that with Infor, that capability is just there, ready to use. So that's the big difference this year at GITEX, is we're talking more about our relationship with AWS, and we're talking more about our technology capabilities that are enabling our customers to do amazing things. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a very difficult question to answer because there's so much. But I guess the biggest trend that we are seeing is a real desire to use artificial intelligence and to use machine learning, and to use that not just for the sake of using AI or machine learning. That's where people fail. That's where people get into trouble, because they think, I need to use some technology. They don't know what they want to do with that technology, but they're thinking, I need to use some technology. Where in reality, they need to be thinking about, what is it that I want to do with this technology? What's the impact to my business? So it always starts with the business. It always starts with the vision for your organization and what technology should I use to create that vision. So the big trend that we're seeing really around that is, how do I use artificial intelligence to enhance and accelerate the things that I already do and the technologies that I already use? So we see a lot of that. So a great example there is automation. So we've just released something called RPA, Robotic Process Automation, and that completes our automation capabilities for our customers. And we call this enterprise automation. We've actually been building it for about 10 years now, and we started a long time ago with what we call back-end automation. This is things like how systems integrate, how systems move data, how people use workflow within their organization. We've been building that for a long, long time, and that's what we call back-end automation. It's actually the most difficult bit to do. Then in 2017, we launched our AI and machine learning capability that we call Coleman. And what that enabled us to do, which I was talking about earlier, is actually inject intelligence into our back-end automation. So not a workflow that just does the same thing every single time, an intelligent workflow that can go left or can go right or can go backwards or can go forwards, based on the information that artificial intelligence and machine learning is giving that workflow. So it immediately becomes intelligent. And we see this intelligence as a requirement everywhere. We see customers, they want intelligent data. They want an intelligent data strategy. They want intelligent back-end automation. So that's one of the key trends, is how do I use AI, not just to give me a recommendation, but to actually make everything that I'm already doing way more intelligent and useful. And the other thing that we've just launched this month actually is the Robotic Process Automation. And that's a fairly simple technology where it automates something that a human being will do in a piece of software. So if it's a low value, mundane, repeatable task that people really don't like doing, we can automate that with RPA, and it will just do the same thing over and over and over again very, very quickly. We can inject that with AI, and we can inject that with machine learning. So it's not just doing the same thing over and over again, it's actually responding to intelligence and changing the way that it works and changing the routine based on exactly what needs to be done at that moment in time. So we kind of see this desire to inject AI into everything, which is the theme of GITEX, AI everywhere, AI in everything. And I think, at Infor, that's exactly what we're doing. Well, it's different this year because we're here. It's on my shirt here. We're here partnering with AWS, and that's been great actually, because they're a huge, globally renowned organization. They spend $70 billion every year just on R&D, and so we're able to leverage that, and we're able to bring that investment to our customers. But GITEX for me is. It's all about the customers, to be honest, because we have many customers here in the Middle Eastern region, especially in the UAE and in Saudi and in Bahrain. Lots and lots of customers, and also lots of partners. And GITEX is always a great opportunity for us to meet our customers, meet our partners, update them on the technologies that Infor is bringing to help them make their businesses more successful. But I think the other great thing about GITEX is it kind of validates our strategy. We have a strategy around industry-specific solutions that are digitally enabled. And the digital enablement is all of the things that I spoke about in my previous response. We're talking about AI, we're talking about data strategy, we're talking about intelligent insights and predictive working and prescriptive working. And when you walk around GITEX, you see that everywhere. And you see people talking about it, you see people displaying it, you see people presenting it. And the challenge that many customers have, especially in manufacturing or distribution, is how do I make that work? I want to use that technology. I think it will be useful for my organization. How do I make it work? And there's thousands of people here at GITEX who, with all of these technologies, for a typical manufacturing company, where do I even start? And I think that's where we really benefit from GITEX, because we say, you've seen AI, you've seen big data, you've seen data strategy. We can deliver that to you in a consumable way where it's ready to use. And all you need to have is the creativity to think about, how do I want to apply that to my business? So GITEX is useful to us for a number of reasons, but I honestly think the most important thing is getting to spend time with our customers. I think there's just one thing that I'm very excited about that Infor has been building for a while. It's called process intelligence. And we've built process intelligence in 3 phases. Every manufacturing company, every distribution company, hospitals, healthcare, they all run on business processes. Business processes to process a quotation to receiving the payment, a purchase order to paying a supplier. It's all business processes. So we've built some intelligent capabilities around how to visualize, how to model and adapt that business process. And we released those in 2022, a viewer of the business process and a modeler, so that customers can change the business process based on their requirements. What's coming next year that I'm really excited about is something called process mining. And process mining enables us not just to view the business process and to change the business process, but to actually monitor and interrogate the business process. So we can see what happened, we can see who was involved, we can see how long it took them, and we can see the data that that business process created. So it's the process, it's the time, it's the people, it's the data. And that gives us this amazing package of information that we can then ask questions, we can interrogate it. So we can look at a business process and immediately we can understand how to improve that business process. If the steps in the process take 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, I know that if I do something about the 10 minutes, everything gets more efficient. And then we can actually, again, make that intelligent by applying AI to that scenario, where AI starts to automatically improve my business processes. So every time somebody processes a quotation or a sales order or receives a payment, they'll be doing it more efficiently and more effectively than they did before. And that optimization is just happening in the background automatically with AI. So that, this concept of self-healing business processes, I think when we're here at GITEX in 12 months' time, I think that's one of the big things that we'll be talking about. So, that's something that we're working on over the next 12 months. We'll have an initial release of that at some point next year, hopefully, all being well. And then that will just give us yet another hugely impactful story to talk about at GITEX 2024.